Hola amigos investors, how are you today? My name is Juan Estrella and I'm going to talk about Qualcomm. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so we are just going to talk about Qualcomm Inc. So it's an American multinational which create intellectual property, semiconductors, software, and services related to wireless technology. It gets its revenue mainly from the Snapdragon ARM chipsets bought by most of the major smartphones manufacturers like Motorola, Sony, LG, Xiaomi, and Samsung. The main competitors we have IBM, Nvidia, AMD, Intel, TSMC, and Skyward Solutions. Okay guys, so now let's jump into the numbers. Currently we have a PE ratio of 24.91. The forward PE ratio is the 17.84. So the best case scenario is less than 20. So this is a very good selling point too. Price to book is high. Is very high. It's currently of the 22.40, and the best case scenario is 1 or less. Now jumping to the price to sales, we have an average of also is a little bit higher, but in just in comparison with this stock that is also high, so that's also fair. We have an average of price to sales of 7 and 5. Close, and by the time I was just recording this video, it closed at 6.19. Now, if we can just compare about the total equity, as every report that we were just getting, it was higher and higher, and at the end, for the last quarter of the 2020, it was $7.38 billion. Now, if we can just compare about also the current ratio for the last three current ratios for the 2020, it jumped from 1.97 up to 2.15, and as you know, if the best case scenario that we can have for the current ratio is 2 or more, and this one it feels and I feel very confident that if in the future Qualcomm has a very hard time, they will have the opportunity just to buy all the debts without any issue. Now, if we can just compare the valuation for the same stock in comparison with the last years, so we have the next valuation for this 2021. The average of forward PE is 20.12. For the last year, 2020 was 21.74. 2019 it was an average of 21.23, and 2018 it was of average of 13.79. And as for the lowest price, it was for the lowest forward PE, it was in the 2019, and the highest actually was in 2020. Now jumping to the next two indicators that I always want to show you. By the time I was just recording this video, this stock, it was on the price of 145.84, and as you see for the Bollinger indicator, we are on the buying area. And now if we can just compare the relative strength indicator, also we are many people are overselling, so this is also an area that I like to just buy, or at least just to have more opportunities that I really want to buy. And by the time I just checking this, it was on 38.74. For the best case scenario is just to be lower than 30, but yeah, it's this is still in a very good area to buy. Now I just want to give you a kind reminder that this stock is currently providing dividends, and the average for share is $2.60, or average of 1.78%. Now, before to jump into the technical analysis, I just want to show you that for the reports, the investors that were expecting to have an estimate of earnings per share of $2.10. However, it just surpassed a little bit. It was higher than the investor expected, and actually was a reported of $2.12. So that means that it was a surprise of 0.94%. If we can just compare also the reports for the 2020 and also for the same period of time, but in 2019, also we have a very good news about this stock. So as you see, in 2019 it was reported of 80 cents dollars per share, 80 cents earnings per share. And in comparison with the 2020, it was an earnings per share for $2.16. So this is also a healthy number that I also like to compare. Perfect, guys. So now jumping to the technical analysis. Before starting, I just want to show you that at least we are just expecting just to have the newest highest, at least for the last year, in comparison for the last 1 or 2 years average. So yeah, we are expecting just to have a new highest for $168. I mean, it doesn't mean that this was the max price, but at least we're if I were you, and if I just want to just swing trade, I would just buy it for this specific area and just wait to just sell the price for 168 before to jump to the next report. Okay, remember that this one it was just for the report of the February 3 2021 up to the next following stock that it will be, I think, in June or July for the next report. Okay, so now as you see, I have a different analysis. I don't know how can I show you on this case, but as you see, we have a very good trending. That is, this stock has been in a very good bullish and bullish times. So yeah, I don't want to just go too much in depth. So yeah, I just want to show at least how I can just present this resistance. So the first one that I just want to show you at least is that the best case scenario for the people who are always conservative, I just want to go to the long term. The best case scenario for this stock, it will be for a price of $94.98. The next resistance that we just have here, sorry, just let me see if I can just put it lower. No, okay. Sorry guys, I just want to show you the best view for you to be a little bit better, but I think it will be okay. Okay, just let me sum it up. So the next resistance that we are just expecting, it will be the $120 with 90 cents. And the next resistance, it will jump to the $130 with 37 cents. The next resistance, it will be an average of 141.75. As you see, by the time I was just recording this video, we also just find out that we have an average price of 147.24. The next future resistance we are expecting is 153.28. For the next resistance also we have a 159.52. And for the future resistance that hopefully we can just expect in the near future, it will be 168. Again, just let me show you a little bit. So yeah, this is a bullish trending, but just a couple days ago just broke this trending, and now we are just in this position with an average of $147 with 5 cents. Perfect. Okay, so now let's continue with the performance for this specific period of time, and we have the next values. For the last week, it was a loss of 6.68%. The last month, it was an average of loss of 3.54%. The last 3 months, it was an earnings of plus 13.08%. The last 6 months, it was an earnings of 31.32%. The last year it was an average of earnings for 66.83%, and finally starting this year 2021 it was a loss of 4.27%. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it and see you on the next one. Bye.